Always.
Hell yeah. Can I help you?
Are you ready for bed?
Hell no.
Are you kidding me? Always.
I took a caffeine pill half an hour ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I took a caffeine pill.
We're just evening out. we're on beer number 2. Okay. Welcome. This is a collaboration of the D&D 5th edition variety between Fried Dice Paradise and the Electric Dice Podcast. So you'll notice a blank square where Win is. We'll get into that in a moment. That is...
He's in the mirror.
Well, hey, come on, man. One thing at a time. AJ, do the thing.
Hi, I'm AJ. I'm playing Kryvon, and I am also trying to sleep under a nice starlit night.
And do you have anything you want to plug? Last time you regaled us with some truly pretentious...
See Shanty Podcast?
Yeah.
Shanty Podcast has not happened quite yet, but
Wow.
Yeah.
Went into some bad
The
stories.
past couple of weeks have been a little rough on AJ's life, but that's a different story.
Okay.
Yeah, follow me on
It's gonna
Twitter, AJ_Hero. Probably.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go next. So, I am Them Dave, and I will be running this show tonight. Currently, I am trying to stay awake and not sleep. I'm super excited about tonight. We had 2 weeks to prepare. I made a bunch of funny names. I drew a little more of the chateau that you may or may not visit. And let's see, what else did I do? I'm running out of ideas. I don't know. I do videos on the internet. Okay. Other Josh, would you like to go next?
Hello everyone, my name is Josh, also known as the other Josh Art, the main DM for Fried Dice Paradise, and today I will be playing Gran Levid, the Artificer, the Svrfniblin Artificer. Hope you guys enjoy this one.
Nice. Go down the line. Next. Denise, are you good with going next?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Denise, and I play Bree T, who is a halfling ranger. And yeah, I think she's also asleep because she doesn't have dark vision and needs to be paired off with someone afterwards. So she's just gonna freeload off the watch duty.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And closing us out on this little semicircle. Houch, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Hi, my name is Houcher, but you can call me Houch. Chinese too. I'm playing Turus, the human battle master fighter. And I'm also probably trying to because humans do not have dark vision. Not to sleep.
Not just okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I assumed it was a joke, but it cut out at the wrong time. Also, one of my cats decided to take this and chase it around the entire room at speed, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was just great timing all around. Moss is a little devil. Hold on, let me see if I can get him. Yeah, he walked away from me. I can't. He's too fast. Okay.
We were walking down the road leaving the Four Feathers, right? Four Feathers was the tavern? A couple days after that, where we happened upon each other and formed an adventuring group. Huzzah! As we were walking, we came across a couple gnomes, 2 gnomes to be precise, carrying a large ornate mirror, and on immovable rods, it looked like, or rods of levitation, something like that.
Yep.
Don't remember exactly, but 2 of them were carrying this mirror, very large, very cumbersome. The party stopped them. They said they were being chased, being hunted, gonna be killed, and they stole this mirror from this chateau not too far away, and recommended we go and take some of the treasures ourselves from this chateau. We end up we terrorized the gnomes just a little bit. Not we didn't kill them, didn't hurt them, but it's kind of, lowered the morale just a couple pegs, just knocked them down a few, and that's pretty hard to knock a gnomes even lower. The other Josh Art was excited to see some surface dwelling gnomes and had a nice little conversation with them. But we let them go and we continued on our way. They took the mirror and left. A couple hours later, we came across a big old muddy field with people being worms in one way or another. Just eating dirt, being worms. One guy was very adamant of being a worm, and that there was a worm god that was going to save them all, and had learned telepathy through the worm god. We very quickly, after some discussion, murderized the leader of the worm, the worm cult, as I'm going to call it, and the other two, we knocked one unconscious, which was the young woman, and her boyfriend's like, yeah, look, I'm just really into her. I'm going to take her home now. And we let them happily go on their way. So we're headed to the chateau. Night begins to fall, so we set up camp.
Yeah.
And we have a rotation. I don't remember the exact rotation for the evening, but we get to a point, I believe it was third watch, when our Simic rogue, I believe he was a rogue,
Shadow Monk.
Simic hybrid Shadow Monk, was awake and spotted something in the distance at the edge of the firelight.
Yeah, so we'll pick it up right there. Thank you.
Take it away.
You bought me enough time. It was exactly what I needed. So, we get down to the notes that I just said I was ready with. So, when we play the episode title, we play the music, right? We did our ad. Come back from commercial, and it says earlier that day. So we're close up on somebody like basically dressing themselves, right? They're like putting on this like flannel or maybe canvas, right? Like a hiking jacket essentially. But they have neon green skin. And we sort of like slowly like pan up and pan out. We see they've got pointed ears and this massive like club across their shoulder, and at the very end of it, like one of those little knapsacks, like a bindle, right? All spun up with their camping supplies. And we see this individual, this green-skinned individual, probably over 7 feet tall, with a big, long, like hook nose, nods once, seemingly at the camera, and then starts walking towards into the woods. Just walks like away from the camera and disappears into the woods. The camera continues kind of turning, and it turns to regard just this like massive overgrown garden. And when I say overgrown, I mean one that was probably once tended to very well and has now been many years since that has taken place. It sits at the intersection of 2 streams, and you can see that there's this little like footpath that kind of weaves, right, with these, gentle sloping turns of, again, once, at one time finely polished stone, but now growing with mold in between the cracks and everything. There is a little like stone footbridge, right, that only goes up 3 or 4 feet. It's just so you don't get your feet wet, basically. And as the camera kind of pans in to look at this scene, which is very idyllic, we see just this long gray-green leg. Again, this creature is easily 7 or 8 feet tall, as it sort of like is just climbing underneath the bridge. You just see the leg kind of pull into the last second, and then you can hear like this scuffling, and you see the shadow of it like moving around in a semicircle, and it seems to settle, because right as the scene goes black, you hear just this long, content, as it is apparently snoring. Oh yeah, we'll be here. Don't you worry. That scene fades to black. The next one picks back up, and we see Wynn frozen in place, staring at this creature. He's a little ways away from the party. He's kind of in like that twilight between like the campfire completely going out and not. And this creature has like many arms that are like beginning to like just sprout out of its back as it's kind of rising up to its full height. And when you look at it, first off, barely perceptible between the background darkness and the darkness that seems to make up the creature. But we seem to kind of focus on it standing. It's like shot very narrow, and it's not quite standing on the mirror. It's perhaps standing within the mirror. And there are no screams. There is no movement. Just this heavy, wet, pained breath. And I'm going to attempt it with the voice acting. We'll see how it goes, right? Because we zoom in 1, 2, 3, right, with this really close, and they're supposed to be timed exactly with the breaths, right? And it's just going and then once again it cuts. So who's the first to wake up the next morning?
I'd probably be relatively early.
Okay. Yeah. Does anyone disagree? Does Tartarus get up super early to practice his fighting stances, or?
Yeah, it's just like ingrained into him after all the army training, military training.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up real early before the sun even rises.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you, Josh? Are you up pretty early?
Which Josh?
Sorry, the one who just said he wanted to be up
Josh.
early. So you.
Yeah. Yeah. I get up early to, make sure the fire stays lit for breakfast, make sure we have something to eat.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I mean, unless it is like particularly relevant to you two, I don't think it necessarily matters, right? You both may be up at about the same time and moving at about the same time, right? When one is tending to the fire, the other is beginning their, just their daily routine and their practice. So, I am going to ask both of you to roll a perception. You'll be rolling it just straight currently. So I'm seeing if either of you notice the thing.
Just a perception.
Ooh, that's a pretty good roll, yeah.
It's not going. Okay.
Okay. So I think it occurs to both of you, because those are both fairly decent rolls. It is not the first thing you think of, but very quickly upon your morning routine, right, within the first, maybe 20, 30 minutes at most, you see that Wynn is not in his tent or sleeping bag or whatever it may be, right?
Was there supposed to be a fourth watch?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was trying to remember if I feel like I was first or fourth, but I think I was first. I'm like 60-40. Ow.
Usually I write it down, so give me a second. But
Yeah.
It did not take place.
Yeah.
But again,
I didn't think to write it down.
So Tartarus and actually, Josh, I apologize, I forgot your name. Varun?
Yeah.
Varun?
Yeah.
Yeah. You both have the same thought at more or less the same time, right? Not first,
Right.
but pretty early on. You're like, where is he? And then,
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, is that a concern? Do you assume it's fine?
I don't know if concern is as strong as I feel, because he is a weird dude. There's a really good chance his skin flap was irritating him and he had to eject his stink gland or something. Like, I don't know. He's a bizarre being, but it is concerning that he didn't tell anyone or like leave a magical note or anything.
You always leave a note.
Yeah, so I will kind of passively look for any tracks like running away from the campsite.
Okay. What is that conversation like with Tartarus then? Because as you're thinking it out loud, yeah, Howch, will you tell us kind of what Tartarus is thinking?
He will walk over to the empty tent and just like poke around with his halberd because his glaive, because he just assumes that, I don't know, these people be weird and this guy be weirder. So he's just like, maybe he shrunk himself or something. He's just like, where did this man go?
I actually love that. So he's like, are you invisible? Okay, are you tiny? No. Okay, what other weird thing could you be? Are you goo? Are you
Are you goo?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you bugs?
Yeah, are you did I go bugs again? Okay, so yeah, Varun, what do you say to Tartarus? Because like he has the exact same thought you have.
Yeah, I feel like he's poking around at that, and that like we look at each other and we're like, right, it doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a survival. Tartarus, do you wake someone up, or are you like gonna let the group move on its own?
It's still quite early, right?
Yeah.
And everyone still looks tired, resting, whatever. Yeah, I won't wake them up. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Deserters happen all the time in
Sure. All right, hold on. I'm gonna slide over. I'm making a mental note. Please remind me to go back to this overlay because the faces are a little bit bigger and the other one's a little more crowded. So there's no reason to be on it for not using the map or the rules. I forgot last time. I like changed off it 20 minutes in and never moved back. And I know I'll
I will
forget.
do my best to remind you.
Yeah. Okay, so 13 survival, so that's gonna be a minute. You're gonna spend some time poking around. And then how to decided you're good, you're gonna wait on it, you're gonna let them wake up when they wake up.
Yeah, I'm gonna look through like his stuff and see whether he left anything behind, like messages or anything, not to steal his stuff or anything.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So there's 3 people still awake. Does anyone not care when they wake up between Levid, Bree, and Kirvan?
I imagine Kirvan wakes up kind of late in the day, honestly. Like he's probably had to be like roused in the mornings when everyone else wants to get going, and he's just like, okay. He packs up quickly but sleeps late.
Yeah. All right. Other Josh, you were saying something?
Yeah, I'm most probably just gonna wake up and start taking notes like, this person is missing. Tartarus is poking, thinking something weird is happening, or I doubt it, and then like stuff like that.
Okay.
But I'm indifferent.
Reasonable. All right, Bree.
Bree's the type of person that only wakes up when most people are awake. Like, you know, she closes her eyes and then feels the movements like, okay, I guess people are awake now. So she opens her eyes and she feels very refreshed, right? Because she didn't go for her session like watch. So she's like, oh wow, I feel energized, and she totally forgot that she's not supposed. No one woke her up for her shift. She just thought like, oh, maybe I look cute sleeping, and then everyone just wanted to let me continue sleeping. Yeah, so she just packs up. She doesn't notice much though. She's just like feeling like good day today, you know, so
Sure.
well rested.
That's how my day went. Actually, I woke up and I was like, dude, it's gonna be a good day. And then I went into work, and it was not a good day. Not at all.
That was the mistake.
Yeah. Well, the mistake was I cursed myself when I said this is gonna be a good day. Fucking idiot.
Foreshadowing.
Actual idiot. Okay, so Levid, you're up next, and Kirvan and Bree wake up last. But Denise, on a personal level, I agree with that. I'm like, if I can just lay there a minute, I'm gonna lay there a minute. It's like until things are actually happening, like I don't think I'm needed. So yeah, Levid, do you engage at all, or you're good? You're just writing it down.
Yeah, I'm writing everything down.
Okay. Cool. Then I think everyone is awake with. Am I saying it right, Josh? Varun or Varun?
Mm-hmm. Varun.
Varun. Okay. So Varun, you have found one thing. You have found a single splatter of blood on a rock, maybe some 45-50 feet away from camp. And I take that back. You found 2 things. I apologize, because one you can't miss, and that's why I didn't think of it. There is about a 3-foot diameter ring of salt.
I will be very careful to not step into it or otherwise disrupt it.
Okay. At that point, you're able to. You unless you want to do something else, like you've decided that whatever this is needs to be reported on.
Okay.
So you are able to go back at that point.
Yeah. So don't disrupt this. Do we have anyone magic-y, ritually, arcane-y? There's a ring of salt. Doesn't look good, but I don't want to touch it. I assume it's related to our missing friend. There's also a spot of blood over here.
Let me take a look. Can I gauge if it's arcane in nature or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll an Arcana.
Arcana.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. Okay. I'm thinking 2 questions for this right now. So what would you like to know?
I want to know if it's arcane in nature and if I can tell what kind of magic it, or if I know any rituals that involve this kind of formation of salt.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Is it arcane in nature? The more you look at this, the more you do not feel that its placement or its purpose here is arcane in nature. Now that being said, here's the thing. You can't ever ask this question without getting the players all hot and bothered, but do you touch it?
No. This time I'm not touching it.
Okay.
Like, I'm totally just taking notes.
Okay. You're definitely struggling to get a lot of this information. You're fairly confident it was arcanely created.
It was arcanely created.
But without touching it, you're lacking some detail. You really want to touch it. In the I would get information, not like magical compulsion want to touch it, just...
Let's see. Tartarus, could you poke this a bit with your long...
I was just about to go do that. Tartarus will stroll over. Yes, little man, what do we want?
Just poke it a little bit and nudge it so that you disrupt the structure, and it'll be, I guess, no longer arcane, possibly.
I will use my glaive like a fan and try to blow the salt. Like, swing it and use the wind to blow the salt.
Okay, yeah, so you this would be such a good scene too, because we've seen a couple good stances now and a couple good fights, right? So you do this spinning whirlwind type thing, right? do you want to roll a performance for this?
Sure. Oh my. Right. Performance,
you
yes.
didn't need to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing, because an 11 isn't amazing, but it is the minimum success. It's not that it doesn't. I can't talk tonight. It looks cool. It doesn't look incredible, right? But they're okay, good stance, good form. Yeah, he got there. And you blow the little dust of salt away, and there's still a decent amount ring of it, right? But you definitely knock a fair amount of it away.
Did anything happen?
No.
Damn.
So I poke it with my pencil and I start shifting stuff around.
Okay. Yeah, some 5 minutes later with the salt, and it definitely, if it is going to attack you, it hasn't done so yet. It appears to just be
the long con.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of salt.
So
I would like to taste the salt.
Yeah, I was about to do the same thing.
Yeah, well.
All three of us walk up and just pick up a little bit and taste it at the same time.
Everybody just goes for that. Okay, yeah. So who is tasting salt? Hands up for salt. Yeah.
I'm far away trying to investigate this bloodstain.
Okay. Well, I mean, here, let me put it on the map. Because the salt and the stain are pretty close to each other.
Oh, shit.
So, because I can't, like, do a good job with it. So, oh, that's a freaking, wait. No! Stop that, you shit. Can't draw circles anymore.
I'm drawing it here.
Yeah, I was trying to. There it is. Yeah, so this is the ring of salt. Right? And then this is the blood on the rock.
Oh.
So they're pretty close to each other.
Yep.
And like the worms aren't there, obviously. I don't think he camped too far away from them, but they left. They're gone.
Where are we in regards to our campfire? Campfire
45
was like
feet away.
Like over here? Or like over here?
Yeah. Let's see how good I am at math. Not bad. Close, but not bad.
Alright, cool. Cool.
Cool. No doubt.
No doubt. Cool. No doubt.
Okay, so those of you who touched or who tasted the salt, answer me this. What is the saltiest thing you have ever tasted?
Salt.
Okay, how much?
Bender's cooking.
Okay, next.
Caviar.
Caviar.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
The salt. So much salt.
Yeah.
Seawater.
Brain goes to just like licking salt off a pretzel.
Yeah, well, I was thinking salt water personally. This is, this is good shit, man. This is some salty ass salt. It's very pure, which again leads you to believe that it has been magically conjured in some way. This is
Flavor mancer.
Yeah. This might be the most potent salt you have ever tasted.
So Guy Fieri came here and added some salt to the ground.
Get out.
All right.
Flavor Town. We'll found it here.
Is it more of like sea salt kind of salt or like rock salt?
Rock salt. Yeah.
Rock salt.
Is it coarse or is it fine?
It's very fine.
Very fine.
Yeah.
I would like to collect some of the salt.
Yeah.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Does the salt look like it was conjured from the inside or from the outside?
Of what?
Like, if I conjured the salt, would I have conjured it from being inside the ring or outside of the ring? Like, does it look like it was conjured
Are you
or poured
magic?
from... can I roll survival to see if I
Get the
can
fuck
tell?
out of here with survival.
I'll roll Arcana.
All right. Are you trained in it?
No.
I roll knowledge. Salt.
Yes, clearly a rogue with salt to.
That a
Would I
cooking
have
skill
known
is...
from the check just now?
What's that?
Would I have known from the check just now?
You were now having tasted it, you're very confident that it was conjured, but I don't think that you have any inkling of whether it was. I don't know what AJ's going for. I'm guessing he's trying to figure out if something was bound there, but I don't think he has the necessary tools to figure that out.
That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out, is if somebody was trying to protect themselves or if they were trying to keep something contained.
Yeah, I mean, or somebody spilled a bag of salt on a trade road, but you know.
Yeah, that seems highly unlikely with the shape that it's in.
Okay.
This circle is oddly perfect.
It is oddly perfect.
I do look at Tartarus and it's like, hey, did you put a bag of salt on your glaive earlier and just kind of whirl it around for a minute, or?
No, I just kept some of the salt for future use. Make things tasty.
Yeah, if you're fine
Yeah,
with
fair.
getting a little bit of dirt and grime in there, you can collect 2d4 pounds of salt.
Floor salt never hurt no one.
It's a lot of salt.
It's a lot of salt.
Alright.
Yes.
I'm then gonna walk over to the blood and start investigating that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start off by...
You'll join Veron, who's been over there for a while, so we're going to pan the scene over to him.
Yeah, so I want to investigate color to see if I can tell like where it came from on the body, assuming it is from a humanoid. The shape of itself to see if it was, it was dripping from someone who sat there for a second, or there was a blow that happened and it, spattered it in one streak. And then any footprints that are specifically leading from that spot.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. If it's undead related, I get advantage.
It's not.
I don't think it matters. And that's not a good roll.
So this is a lone streak or smudge of blood, unrelated to anything around the area, and that's probably why it's taken you so long, right? By the time that Kirvan comes over, you're like, I can definitively say there is no other blood in 50 feet in any direction. Like, it's a 10-minute search, you know what I mean?
Okay.
This is just a weird lone, and when I say smudge, I mean as if something that was bloody was dragged over this rock, but not over anything else.
Okay, is it like I was saying it was like a small spot. Is it?
Yeah. I mean,
is it more like a streak-ish?
Yeah, it's not big. It's like a hot dog of blood.
Okay. It's still wet.
It's dried a little.
I'm gonna put my pinky on it and see if it's still warm at all.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna taste a little and see if it's animal.
I hate
As
this.
he does that, I walk up and
Simic.
taste the blood as well to see if I can identify the animal that it
This
came
is my
from.
blood.
Oh my god, I'm delicious.
This is a great morning.
Delicious.
Go ahead and one of you roll survival with advantage. I really hate that you're doing this, but I can't stop you.
I'm pretty good at survival. I don't know how you are.
I got a +4.
I am slightly better.
Take it.
Aye. Here's my crit.
Okay. All right. So this is what I do to you. Are you ready?
How's it taste?
Why do you know what gnome blood tastes like?
Druids and rangers.
Many years ago, I had a gnome friend, comrade, and an orc took his head off in one blow, and we were just right next to each other, and it just sputtered into my mouth, and that just losing my friend in that moment permanently burned that taste into my brain.
Okay. What was your gnome friend's name?
Let me Google gnome names really quick.
Not a very good friend.
Will Sprocket.
Fuck out of here. All right. Yeah. So that is what you get out of this scene. Gnome blood and a lot of salt.
So I like lick it off my pinky and I look Krevan right in the eye. It's like gnome blood.
I know it anywhere.
Oh, Varun, what? I see that you have found a blood stain. What creature is it most probably from?
Gnome.
What?
It's gnome. It's
Griffin
gnome.
takes a
They
Griffin takes a
drew
small
first
step
blood.
back, like small step back away from Veron.
For a second, I got like the 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just staring at you. I stopped writing and I'm just like looking and I'm like, oh
I
shit.
move and slowly put a hand like in front of
Oh, it's super uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck's going on in this room?
in front of Levin and just like, slowly like kind of interpose myself between Veron and Levin. It's like, why do you know what gnome tastes like?
I don't know you well enough to get into that.
Taste.
That's how we identified it.
It's gnome blood.
Varun
I can guarantee you that much.
knows
It doesn't mean
the
anything good
taste
happened.
of gnome blood.
I'll tell him the story.
Underline.
Nice.
Vern sus.
Yeah, Vern.
Vern hell sus.
Emergency meeting.
Get it here today because our comrade knows what a gnome blood tastes like. What other bloods do you know what tastes like?
Right.
I don't know. I have to roll and find out.
Okay. So there is no win. There is a little bit of gnome blood, not much salt left, and a lot of unanswered questions. Does anyone want anything else from this scene? Win is the name of the character. The missing Devin.
But also no wins.
Wait, hold on. Where is he?
Yeah, I have one more question regarding this scene before we move on. What direction is the chateau in from where we currently are standing?
Continuing going back the way you came. Remember, you apparently
So going
passed
this way?
it. It doesn't matter. It's a way.
Okay,
You passed it when you came from the Four Feathers.
got it. I was just seeing, like, compared to where we camped, if the blood and salt circle were between where we camped and the trying to figure out where that is, like that direction. Regards to our campfire and the
They are
circle.
ever so slightly closer to the chateau than not.
Cool. Like, yeah, cool. I don't know. This seems... We did see some gnomes yesterday, but I don't remember seeing any blood over here.
It's too fresh to have been before we camped.
I think we should really investigate that chateau.
Agreed.
Okay.
Sounds like an adventure, although a bit morbid.
Okay. So next scene.
I would like
Oh, sorry.
to know what happened to my brethren.
We have answers at the chateau.
Yeah, I would like to know what happened to my brethren. And yes, indeed.
Also, Bree's just gonna say like, "Oh, let's not jump to conclusion. It could just be a nosebleed," and like optimism, like, "Don't worry." Then like pets Levitt a bit, like, "It's okay."
Vern stares at the camera.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So, as I always do, whenever I know I have a specific amount of sessions to work with, I stuff them with as much garbage as possible. Go back to the old overlay. Ooh.
I
Good
got
call.
you, Dave.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, that's a Dave point for our good boy AJ over there. Is that an okay boomer emote?
I'm in love with it.
I am losing my mind. Oh, that's so good. That might be the best emote I've ever seen.
Do you have a Dave Point emote yet? That would be a good emote.
I thought about changing the channel points to Dave points and using my face. Truthfully.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Now that we're like not regularly doing any show with the candy, just like let it be an emote. But I don't know. I need some good ideas for emotes. We've got 2 spots open still, and I haven't filled them with anything. +1 Dave point. Yeah, that people would spam. That's the thing though, is they would be spamming it like crazy. And then I would occasionally like cave and give out Dave points, and then I would ruin the whole Dave point economy.
So that's where like having an emote. All right, we can talk about this later. Let's get back to the game.
Okay. So,
I will say this is the first time I've seen given out in like 2 years.
Yeah, well, I got very stingy with them. Okay, the mint is not really working right now. We're on strike.
Workers on strike.
Yeah, workers on strike. Anyway, as you continue towards the chateau, you cannot help but notice an apple farm on the, we'll call it the right side of the adventure. There is a little farmhouse, many apple trees, right? And 2 big fields, one both for horses, one for grazing, and the other for like some sort of like horse endurance training right? With all like the little things that they leap over and all that shit. Yeah, face emote would be a lot of fun. I have considered it, but like I kind of want to lose some of this before I do.
Just Photoshop it.
Yeah, you've seen how I work in Photoshop. It's not great. Handle animal. Anyone trained in handle animal, please roll when you see these horses.
It's me! Yay!
Nope.
Okay, wanted to confirm. Me. Is it a horse?
There are potentially 2 horses.
Okay, that wasn't a very good roll, but you know what, it'll do.
Yeah, okay. So 14's enough to definitely notice. First off, you weren't here for our first game because I don't understand time zones. These are in fact horses. They are 2 horses. They are not.
Good.
They are not spiders pretending to be horses.
Oh no! Was that the gig?
Kinda, yeah.
Oof.
Is anyone else rolling?
I'm not trained.
Wow.
I
They're
thought
all-
I was.
Did I roll survival?
Aren't you a fucking druid?
Yeah.
What a shitty druid.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it. I'm worried.
Don't pull his license. He's an under the table druid.
Sure, go ahead and roll survival.
Can I do survival?
See, this is what I'd get. Yes. Okay. Both of you don't see anything about the horses, but you actually notice that the field behind them, there's a big patch of it that looks dead and stands at odds as compared to pretty much everything else that's growing. It strikes you as being very odd.
You didn't switch actually to the old overlay.
Yes, I did.
You're still
I
on the
switched
map.
back.
Yeah, I switched
because
back.
We had to roll dice.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed the switching back. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
No, you're good.
Don't take away my data point.
So sorry, Bree. You were successful on your handle animal. Okay, so very light content warning. These horses have been suffering from some neglect. Not aggressive neglect, but when horses' hooves are not trimmed, and they are also not allowed to actually run on areas that will like wear it down naturally, the hooves get much bigger, obviously, because they're essentially fingernails. And it like swells their ankles, and it's very uncomfortable for them. These horses are very skittish around people because they are currently not being taken care of very well.
Oh no.
I will get an oat cake out from one of my trial rations and attempt to very slowly approach the nearest horse.
Okay.
Can I just check the apple trees around us?
Yeah.
Like, there are apples on the trees?
Yep.
Still?
Yep. It's,
Okay,
it's
can I-
early
can I,
fall
like-
in this game, so it's actually almost.
Can I, like,
real time.
Pull on Tartarus like rope and be like, "Oh hey tall man, could you help with getting some of the apples to feed the nice horse?" Like,
Certainly, and I will jump up and sing my
thank
grief.
you.
And I'll collect apples for myself too, because apples are delicious.
Yeah.
So
feel
she gets a
free.
handful of apples now, right?
Okay. Yeah. You
And
get a-
waddles over. Yeah, waddles over to the nearest horse, and yeah, we will see what happens. Oh, I will watch how the other person like deals with the horses first. Like I'm on standby with apples.
Sure. I mean, which is great because you're the only one with handle animal. So you're like, okay, I'll see how he's doing it, and he's like, oh fucking no, you want a cracker? You eat jerky? Now that being said,
I've got experience with horses.
you do, but you don't have the handle animal train, do you?
I thought I did.
But you don't.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. So you are rolling at disadvantage because you do not have it trained. You are rolling with advantage because you're giving it food. So one straight handle animal, please.
Not bad.
Okay, that's pretty good. The horse is interested, but has not yet come over. So Bree, what do you do?
I think she just inches very slowly, like, "Hey there," like, in the cat voice, like the kind of thing, and then like Shifty puts out her hand with like apples. They're fresh. We just picked them.
Nice.
And then, yeah, she rolls. She like. So she's in front of one horse right now with the apple in front of her hand, and then the other horse, like, she doesn't want to feel like the other horse is neglected, so she just rolls another apple over.
Okay, cool.
Like bowling style.
Nice. So you have it trained and you're giving it food, so roll handle animal with advantage.
Nice. Okay. Oh, I didn't take advantage. Do I just roll again?
Yeah, that's fine.
If I didn't. Okay. Alrighties.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think that at this point, they're interested in the food. They're willing to like take the risk because like, they're well trained. They're just currently not being, their needs are not being met. As a brief aside, just because you mentioned it very specifically, I was a portrait photographer for a while, and I was the only guy working in the portrait studio, and I had a crying baby that was like 1.5, 2 years old. You know what I mean? Very, very young, and I could not get it to like calm down. Like like no matter what like all the games, all like the goofy noises, all like playing with the little toys and everything, just like I was using like every trick in the book, it literally was not working. And one of my female coworkers just came in and turned that voice on, just like you said, Denise, just like the high-pitched, happy, excited, night and day. And I was just like, damn, that is evolution. Like, there's just like, no matter what I try, like, couldn't do it. I thought it was really funny. So just
nothing beats the voice.
What's that?
No, nothing beats the voice.
Yeah, like the voice is good, and if you have it, you have it. And I don't have that octave range, I guess. Cool. So the group is feeling pretty good about these horses right now. You are able to, like, if the rangers want to take it's probably about an hour. Like, truthfully, it's going to be a minute. But if you want to spend some time like attending to these horses, you are definitely able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the rest of the group doing? Because this is like a whole thing now, and they really don't need your help.
You mentioned the field beyond the horses, correct? I'm gonna go investigate that.
Okay. You bringing anybody?
Yeah, I'll mention to the other guys that I see something of note over there, and as especially as they get as Veron and Bree get involved with the horses, it's like I think there's something on the other side of the field if we want to spend some time not sitting around. Looking at Tartar's probably pacing around, I imagine.
No, I have an armful of apples that I also pluck and eating them.
Devastated a tree already.
I'm trying to get Jane to bring me an apple to eat on camera.
Smart.
But yeah, I'll take both of them and guide them to the field beyond the horses.
Okay, so Levitt and Tartarus, you're going over?
Yep.
I didn't hear other Josh say it, but I'll trust that he said yes, or that his silence is an implicit agreement.
I accidentally I forgot to unmute myself.
No, you're good. I mean, it was a very small thing. I'm just making sure that everyone's doing something in this scene. Okay. Yeah, you move out beyond the field. Again, there's still a house over there on the right side. Now that you can see kind of like the whole setup, it looks like there's a it's not a barn, it's more of an overgrown shed on the edge of one of these many apple fields. And now that you're like really up on it, this scene would be shot in such a way that we would be like just overhead following the three characters moving into the field. Yes, this adventure was definitely inspired by Autumn, the cookbook. You guys would move into the ring of dead trees, right? And the camera would just like pan outwards to like a crane shot looking just over. There was a perfect circle ring around this shed, and the ground is just pure salt. What do you say? Everybody gets a one-liner.
Ooh, more salt.
I'm gonna pass Tartarus a glowing rock.
Okay.
I had a one-liner and then it just slipped away and it's gone.
Okay.
The trees have been assaulted.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. So with that, we're gonna hit our next commercial break. 60 seconds of ads. I apologize. Don't go nowhere. You won't miss any content. And if you linger, someone else will assault your ears with a pun. Get it?
I get it.
Get it?
I get it. I get it.
Assault.
I get it.
Because there's salt, and then assault also means like attack, you know?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
You're welcome.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Get it doesn't mean I'll acknowledge it.
That's fair.
Awesome.
Doesn't mean I like it. Doesn't mean I want it. Let's mix up this music a little bit. We're getting into some spoopy stuff.
What are you looking for? Is it battle time?
How aggressive is the battle?
Oops, should have started. This is one of the less aggressive ones that I like.
Okay. This is really good. Yeah, this is definitely it. Good call. Yeah, I'm getting into this one. I'm feeling it.
Doom.
Like a Burger King
Not yet.
ad.
I have returned.
Hi.
Wash. Hi.
Welcome back.
Tartarus, the light is only 10 feet bright plus 10 feet dim.
Oh, it's a light. I was like, where do you have me a glowing rock? Is it gonna blow up in my face? I don't know magic.
It's not an actual it's not an actual light spell. It's my magical tinkering.
Yeah, I don't know magic. I mean, Tartarus doesn't know
It's
magic.
5 foot. It's 10 feet of light.
It's shorter than my glaive. Okay.
Yeah, AJ, where's your big bag
Yeah.
of salt? Come on, man. Are you even dedicated to this adventure? Oh god.
What is me not grabbing? Is me not grabbing an apple and homemade apple cider not enough? All right, fine.
Well, I paid for my hubris. I'm choking. Pesticides. Oh god, it's never gonna end. Can't even fix it by drinking. That's what started this problem.
Ha, you're a wreck nerd.
There's no problem you can at least temporarily fix with drinking.
You're not wrong. Okay, are we all back? We're good?
Yeah.
Tasty pesticides. Yeah, salt is more dedicated than apples. That's right. Okay. Oh my god, this is the worst. Dave, that was a Snapple. Yeah. It tried to kill me.
You almost got snapped.
Get the.
It's assaulted you.
It was not a Snapple
no.
apple.
Salted apple.
Okay, sorry. I'm dying though. All right. So like I said, this episode, this scene shot in such a way, we've got the crane shot kind of establishing, you know, the back of the three characters' heads as they're like, oh fuck, it's killing me.
Take your time.
As opposed to the last ring of salt, which is about 3 feet, or should I say exactly 3 feet, this one is 40, maybe 50 feet wide. Substantially larger. Yeah. And,
well, I'm salty.
It has killed, obviously, all of the trees that are contained within that ring. So, what do the 3 characters do?
Please tell me someone.
There's a trend. Yeah, our Tato dip apple into some of the salt and try it.
Okay. Your suspicion is correct. This is the same salt.
Curvon's gonna start pacing around the outside of the ring.
Okay.
And seeing if he can see into, because there's a building in the middle, right? A barn.
There is a overgrown shed. Yeah, it's not quite a barn.
Overgrown shed. He's gonna try and look in any of the windows and see if there's maybe a gap in the foliage he can see from outside of the salt ring.
Gap in the foliage
of the overgrown shed, so like he can see what's on the inside of it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there's also a door if you wanted to just go in through a door.
Yeah. If the door's open, I'm not walking into the ring of salt. I'm walking around to try and like examine around and see if I can see anything inside the shed from outside.
Then no.
Okay.
Yeah. And Levitt, besides taking notes, anything in particular?
I'm just gonna continue taking notes. And I'm gonna take my dagger out.
Okay, getting your dagger out. Yeah, so a minute or two later, not a lot of information has been gained. Everyone agrees it's the same salt as from the last situation, although much more of it in a much larger area. It has completely killed the trees in the area. It seems to undoubtedly emanate from within the overgrown shed.
We'll toss an apple into the ring of salt. Does anything happen to the apple?
Nah, just bounces a couple times. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, then I'm gonna clear like a halfway, open up the salt ring, and I'm gonna walk up to the door.
Okay. To that little overgrown shed.
Yep.
Nothing gets in your way.
I imagine imagine they're stepping in as I'm finally finishing my circle and like getting back to the side of them, so I'll also step over. Not breaking the salt, but like stepping over it.
So you're in it, but you're not. You do not disturb the edge.
I don't disturb the edge.
Yeah, okay. And Levitt.
I disturb it. I disturb all of it.
You fuck it right up. Levitt, do you do anything in particular?
I just want to make sure that I'm trailing behind Tartarus all the way. If possible, I would like to be in between Tartarus and Krivon.
Okay, yeah, just keeping the peace. Yeah, so everyone kind of is moving up in this kind of semi-line, right? Just this kind of moving forwards. And then Tartarus, you said you throw the doors open to check it out in there?
I'll knock with my glaive.
Okay. Yeah. A few heavy knocks. Nothing responds to you, however.
I kick the door down.
Yeah.
I put my hand on my weapon.
Unfortunately, the doors do, they open outward, not inward. But you can still do a really powerful, thrust with your glaive if you like. Yeah.
Yeah, because smack me.
Yeah. So the doors swing open, and there is very little in here. There are quite literally a few hay bales, right, that have been disturbed in some capacity. There's a lot of salt loose on the ground, right, just like grains. Not grains, but you know what I mean. Just like, is it grains? Would it still be grains?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Small piles.
Yeah. Just
Small grains of salt.
Yeah, salt grains of salt. And then a ladder up to a second story, right, which is just like a few cross beams, you know, that have wood stacked on them, not like an actual loft or anything.
Okay. Any dead bodies?
I like where your head's at, but no, not this time. Though, here, correct me if I'm wrong. Have you been adventuring specifically with Levid for a long time, or were you a pretty new companion of his as of the Four Feathers?
As address?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah, I
say
thought
we
we were
are.
new friends.
Yeah, we're just new. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know that you would necessarily think of it immediately, but I think there's so little in the room, there's really nothing to grasp onto. So as the party kind of is looking in at this for a moment, you can see just the telltale signs of small individuals that had slept in the hay bale. Right? In the same way that you would see like a deer or something wear down, you know, like a patch in the grass. I'm gonna try the Snapple again. So thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and
But I-
prayers.
Hey, if you die, can I have your stuff?
You got this.
We made it.
Also, I have a permanent dibs.
Yeah, Ethan. Well, so Jenny gets to sell some stuff, and then Josh gets his dibs, and then Ethan gets his dibs because somehow Josh got in front of my brother.
Then I have whatever's left.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I guess not.
I mean, it's whatever's left. If you take everything, that's whatever's left.
It's fair.
Yeah. And Levid, there's no way you don't see that, right? You can see the distinct signs of at least 4 different gnomes having slept here for a period of time.
I forgot about you getting like life insurance.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's like it's basically enough for me to go out to eat, which is very nice of him because he owes me nothing. 99.5% to charity and 0.5% to me.
There were 4 of them here, and I think they're the ones who, well, we assume that they died, yes?
A small one.
Big assumption.
Which part are you laughing at? Joshua. Yeah. So, honest to God, one of our coworkers genuinely, for more than a year, thought we were dating, thought we were living together, thought we were married or something.
Amazing.
Because you guys were introduced as, and this is my better half.
One time I told him, and this is my better half. And he was just like, and he was from Texas, so he was like, well, you know, I'm in New York. I guess I gotta understand that that's gonna happen sometimes. And then for a year, he was like, man, Dave is really abusive. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
Started to dig that one up.
Yeah.
That was a good. Can I do like an investigation to see if anything was left behind by them?
Sure.
Nope.
Cool.
No.
Just
Favorite tactic.
Would
will-
I benefit paying more attention to it?
what are you paying attention to? I missed the first half of that. I'm sorry. Other Josh.
Like I want to look because I know there's no, my throat just messed up too. Because I could tell that there were 4 of them, right? I was thinking that I could look for if they left anything behind, even though I feel that they most probably didn't. I'm assuming that they're the 2 gnomes this is where the 2 gnomes came from.
Okay. Yeah, so you can fire off a perception as well. I'm going to give you advantage because you're a gnome.
Investigation as well.
Oh yeah, sorry. Probably
perception.
investigation's probably better.
All right.
As is Tartarus's favorite tactic, he's gonna poke about the hay bales with his glaive.
Yeah. Yep.
Not trying to look for anything, just to like, oh, yeah.
Oops, sorry about that.
That's fine. We'll do the first one. You cool with that, or do you want to
Got it.
roll?
10.
Yeah.
Not a 10. The 10 is fine.
Yeah, unfortunately not. They definitely left evidence of their having been here, but yeah, they seemed to pack it all up when they left. And unfortunately, you do not recover anything from the hay bales, poking them about. So at this point, Varun and Bree have rejoined the group. The horses are taken care of, and you can rename them if you would like.
Sprinkles.
Okay. One horse is named Sprinkles.
Top tier horse name.
Can I do speak with animals as a ritual? Like while we were out there with them?
Yeah, it'll take 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, if we had 10 minutes out there.
Well, it'll mean you're not with the group at this point, because the last hour has been to taking care of the hooves.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to tell me its name.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So is Sprinkles? This is a stupid question, but is Sprinkles the brown horse or the speckled white and gray horse?
It's the speckled one.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I assumed, but you had to ask. So okay. So Josh, you're asking the brown one what its name is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's always a ritual. I'll ask Sprinkles what its real name is, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, okay, so the brown horse, he's like, well, I think they call me Terrence.
Terrence.
It's a powerful name. I will use it with pride on you.
Goes, thanks for making my feet feel better.
Yes, you are a noble animal. Oh, wise Terrence.
Are you gonna take me out to pasture?
With no negative connotation, if you will allow me, yes.
Hokey doke then.
And what is the horse we have dubbed Sprinkles' real name?
Hey, Denise, I'm gonna ask you, high or low?
Scrambles the Death Dealer.
Low.
Okay, low, good things happen. Do you want to roll or do you want me to?
You can roll.
Okay, so low, good things happen. Okay, all right, cool. So you got it. Would you? So Sprinkles likes its new name. That part we know. We know that much. Now the real question is, what do you imagine Sprinkles' voice sounds like?
Actually, very deep voice.
Okay.
A very low, manly voice.
Okay. Yeah. But it's still happy with the name. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you, Josh, Varen asks. What do you ask exactly?
Oh, my friend has named the other horse Sprinkles, but if it would prefer to go by another name, I can at least let them know.
Sure, yeah, and Sprinkles just goes, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. My back.
You're back? Oh, it's spots. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. You in any pain?
No. Why?
Just making sure.
The farmers in that house.
What about him?
Dead.
Do you know how long? What happened?
Before the sun rose.
Okay. Did you see anything?
Yeah.
Can you tell me more?
No.
I've got an oat cake in it for you.
I prefer apples.
I got an apple in it for you.
This one cannot tell you what it saw. It made no sense.
Explain it as best you can, at least. I'll give you two
Something
apples.
as tall as I am. Longer, stronger, with more limbs. Something went into that
Not a
house.
worm.
Did it come out?
I ran.
Smart. Did you see anything else that might help us?
No, but I heard their screams.
I
There are no words in my language.
Yeah, was it... Do you know millipedes?
Yes.
Was it millipede-like? Or was it spider-like? Was it...
I guess a spider would be closest.
Cool.
What is my master's name?
Bree is her name.
Oh, he's talking about me?
Tell her
Hi.
I look forward to serving her.
I certainly will. And if you ever need to talk with me again, stomp your hoof 4 times in a row. Your front right one. And we'll know. Alright? That's our signal. You too,
Yeah,
Terrence.
he just... Okay. Go ahead and tap foot 1, 2, 1, 2.
Excellent.
And he did both hooves, by the way.
Not quite. It's this one. 1, 2, 3. What's after 3? You know this. Close. 4. Rhymes with horse.
Force!
Sure. 1, 2, 3 horse. And then I will know, and in 10 minutes we can
Be strong,
have this.
Terrence. Be strong for mother.
Spell ends.
Absolutely. Send sprinkles in for face-to-face encounters and diplomacy. Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, Josh, do your sprinkles voice. I'm curious.
Me?
No, other Josh. He's a good voice actor. Wait, are you muted?
Unmute.
I think he's muted. Josh? Okay.
Hey everybody, my name's Sprinkles.
Oh my god. Okay, that's like a 3 a.m. DJ voice, but I'm about it.
Have you guys seen the thing about the child of a centaur and a horse minotaur?
Yeah, the Mano Man or whatever.
No. It's the son of a horse minotaur and a centaur that just ends up being just a horse with smart.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've never seen that.
And it's just like they play a rogue and they just knock on doors. It's like no one will ever believe you. And walk away.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I love that.
It's the clown from Toy Story. The Chuckles?
Chuckles.
And it was Chuckles. The clown.
Yeah, Chuckles is pretty good. I resonate a lot with Chuckles.
Maybe that's how Donkey from Shrek was made.
Right, yeah.
That would make the most sense.
That's good. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
I had to do a little voice acting aside. Sorry, guys. We're back. Oh,
So,
my goodness.
as we all converge, I look towards the house and it's like, I wonder if the owners knew if the gnomes slept here or not. Shall we go and talk to them?
Oh, okay, let's go.
Yeah, sure. So you go to the house, and at this point, Varun has caught up with you.
Yeah.
So everyone's at the door. The door is loose. It's not broken quite, but if it was locked at one time, the lock has been busted in, and the door has kind of just been swinging, kind of open.
I will tell them that the horse told me about a giant spider coming in overnight. Sounded like later night, closer to sunrise than not, and they screamed a lot, so they are dead in there.
Okay. I also don't
Sure,
have a
understood.
great map for this, so I'm just gonna use this for the sake of something. So sorry.
Kervon says not again and pushes the door open slowly.
Can we smell anything before we even enter? Like
Uh,
rotting bodies or something?
yeah, you smell blood.
Ooh.
So
At least the horses were spared this time.
this time. Yeah, so you're looking at a doorway right there, just for the sake of having something to reference.
This is when, right?
Yeah, he's
That
not
one?
there. He's not there.
Cool.
Good to have you back. Wait, when are you?
Win.
When?
Avenge me!
It is at this moment, as you're kind of all at the doorway, because obviously 5 people can't fit through it at once. In between the trees, something is moving at a pretty good clip, and they're running, like they're keeping distance away from you, right? But they're moving through the trees. Does that make sense? Like they're circling you. And they're just like it's no check. You see that you catch movement very easily. And this is also a big thing. It is obscured heavily by the many trees that are there, but there's no mistaking the movement. And this is like right when you're at the threshold of the door.
Before we go in, and I'll hold the rest of the group back for a quick second, I want to do my primeval awareness. So, are we in? Did I pick a favored terrain?
Did you pick favorite terrain salt?
Forest.
Salt?
So, I don't know if we want to count this as a forest or not. For 1 minute, I can sense whether there are within 1 or 6 miles, if it's a forest, aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. It does not reveal their location or number, so it's kind of just a yes/no.
Yeah, hold on, I'm looking it up real quick.
Okay.
I don't know. How do we feel about a farm, like an apple orchard? Does that count? I don't know that counts as a forest.
I don't know if it's treed enough. I don't know what I would call it, but
like what?
So,
what,
like, how,
go ahead.
how well cultivated is this forest? Is this orchard? Is it surrounded by cornfields or like wheat fields, or is it just kind of farmhouse, apple orchard, and then still natural forest around it?
There's natural forest, but it's several hundred feet away from the road.
Okay.
What other like biomes are there for a favorite terrain?
Let
So
me
we're in
find
ecotone.
it.
Ecotones make things very interesting.
An ecotome? Is that what I should have called?
No. Ecotones are just the in-between stages between, like, this is a forest, this is a field. The
Right.
ecotone is that
Right.
in-between area.
So there's Arctic, coast, desert,
Oh.
forest, grassland, which this might be more close to, mountain, swamp, or the Underdark.
Yeah, okay. So I was really just looking for, like, urban too, which it's not exactly, but you know what I mean? Like, there's more
Right.
human exertion between the road and the curated fields than there is anything else. I think forest or grassland's a bit of a stretch, but I'm fine with forest. I'm not too worried about it. So go ahead and read me the list again. I apologize. I know it's dragon. I know it's blah blah.
This
blah.
is the first time I've used this actually.
Yeah.
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Okay.
And this will be within 6 miles.
Yeah. So you hit fae moving.
Okay.
Near you.
Okay. I'm a little, as a character, disappointed that it's not undead, but also relieved. And I'll let them, like, hey, there's fae nearby. I don't know where or how many, but within 6 miles.
Does anybody react to that? Does anyone have good or bad experiences with the fae?
And they're not trustworthy, but...
Whoa, man. That's a stereotype.
And then they never, whether they're trustworthy or not, I'm not sure, but I know for sure that they're never alone.
At least not for long.
Josh, go ahead and take advantage. Other Josh, take advantage for that great little observation.
Is that like inspiration?
Oh
Or-
yeah, sorry. You can see how much I use 5th edition.
Okay. Cool. Got it. Yeah.
I haven't had some interesting experiences, Faye. They tend to find fungal circles out in the woods every now and then, but
Yeah, so I'm kind of curious, is there any reaction, is there any change, or do you guys like go into the house to create like a choke point for this creature moving? Because again, you're fairly confident it's the fae that Vuron picked up. It's also as tall as these trees.
So, I think we should go in. It'll either be right there, and because it's like the size of the house, or, you know, it gives us a little bit of shelter at least. Maybe not as big as that. It's the size of a large horse.
How big is this barn or shed?
this is the house.
Yeah, you moved to the house,
Right.
thankfully.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
I toss an apple in. If there's anything in the attacks the apple.
Sure. Yeah, and nothing bad happens like in the house, although like, you know, Tartarus, this is eerily reminiscent for you of a battlefield. Like there are some, you know, just from like the smell and your experiences, there are some grisly dead bodies in here. And fairly fresh.
Drop the apple. Get ready for bed.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
Kervon picks up another apple out of the ones that Tartarus drops and just puts in his mouth, almost as a whole thing, just like, oh.
Yeah. Okay, but it sounded like mostly moving into the house.
Yeah. I don't think it's worth trying to stealth into a house.
Yeah. Okay.
Not one that smells like death.
Yeah, again, everyone kind of gets that overwhelming smell. And so coming from beyond the tree line, so we'll go ahead and move your tokens somewhere into this front area here. And I will
what weapon does Vuron draw?
In here, I'll have longbow out.
All right,
I don't want to be up front.
Kervon will move to the front then.
I would be there.
Who's okay? Yeah, I was gonna ask who's standing outside like he's been grounded.
The child.
You.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
That's
Oh
point.
man.
Yeah. I mean, so it appears, you know, probably a little further back as it breaks away from the trees.
Alright.
So yeah, 60 feet seems about right. There is a tall, sinuous, lanky, green-skinned, war-covered, hawk-nosed troll. Right? That just
Is that too intense?
yeah, that's okay. Right? It just sort of like pushes the trees out of the way. It just sort of gives you guys the eyes as it looks at you.
I shoot it.
Does it have salt on its feet?
Seems like a really weird question. Roll perception. What's everybody else doing?
Todd did.
I'm shooting it
Okay.
as soon as we can.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. Where are you? There you are.
Gonna throw my dagger.
Okay.
18.
Yep. Let's
Okay. 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
I'm at disadvantage because it's too far.
Mm-hmm.
Double clicking it. Let me figure it out.
Yeah, just use the first one. That's what we did last time.
16. Yeah, 16.
Yep, that's enough.
Oh my gosh.
Is it just the first one?
I think it's my laptop. Let me figure that out.
No, you're good. If it rolls a couple times, it's fine, as long as we know it's the first one.
It's the 1. Yeah.
It's the 1 and the 5, right?
The 1 is the infusion.
Yeah, because you're just doing extra damage from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
6 damage in total.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Don't stress about it. What's everybody else doing?
I'll throw a chill touch.
Okay. I'm good with that at the very end, because you already did the perception. So,
Yeah.
when you look at this thing, it does not have salt on its feet.
Okay. Did not look like we'd let it out
It
of
brushed
the
them off.
shed.
So, Bree and Tartarus, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking of casting. Wait, is the range? Yeah, the range is enough. I'm thinking of casting Entangle. Maybe I can just double.
Dropping it on him or between you guys?
Wait. If it's between us, it means he can avoid it, right?
Potentially.
Instead.
It might make him reroute, but yeah.
I think I'll do it on like half on him.
Sure. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like closer, so half of it's on him and the other half's in front of him, so he has to back off, or yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Do I have to roll for this?
I think it just
A
goes
spell?
off.
Sorry, I'm a new spellcaster.
Yeah, you said it was an entangle.
Yes.
90
Do you need me to read
feet,
it?
so a 20-foot square starting from a point within range. Plants turn and grow into difficult terrain. When you cast the spell, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants till the spell turn ends. And then it can take an action to break away. So okay, so he'll make a strength check on his turn.
He does look kind of strong, though. I'm a bit scared.
He does look rather big. Tartarus, what do you think?
I hope the weeds are enough.
I take a step forward.
Mhm.
I draw a line on the ground with my glaive, and I just like wave it over.
You bait him in.
Yeah, like taunt him.
Okay. Do you like actually scratch a line into the floor, or is it just symbolic?
Yeah. No, like right in front of me.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Just like.
AJ, go ahead and fire that off.
Yeah. Chill touch. 16 hit.
Yep.
4 damage.
Nice.
Can't regain hit points
Ooh.
for
Very,
8
very, very relevant.
until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Well, just those or period?
Period.
Oh shit.
On a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic and can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Damn, that's a fucking troll killer if I've ever seen one. Okay, so everybody's gone, and it looks down right at these. So, Denise, describe for us how these weeds grow. What do they look like?
Oh, they sparkle when they emerge from the ground, and they're a bit tangly though, a bit prickly. Like those. For some reason, I'm thinking of Jack and the Beanstalk. The way it kind of.
Nice, like fiddlehead.
Yeah. Yes, the way it spirals when it enters up. So yeah, that's how it looks.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that matches his aesthetic. He's definitely a little ugly, but like, he's Fae still. You know what I mean? So it's like even. It's like I think he's like that the mysterious, dangerous Fae. So like even though he's kind of hideous, there's definitely some like ethereal qualities to him, even like his sheen. Right. So he looks at him as all these fiddleheads are growing up around him, and like the apples are blossoming and everything, and he'll just like right try and just uproot everything. So he'll go for his strength check, which he's okay at, but he's not amazing at. He's definitely got a chance. Do you know what your DC is?
Sorry, were you asking something of me?
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm pretty confident an 18 makes it, but what's your check? So it'd be 8 plus proficiency plus spellcasting modifier.
Oh gosh, I think it breaks free, but
yeah,
you can click on spells. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Click on spells, and then where does it show up?
And then you'll see spell save DC at the top.
Yeah.
Should be at the top.
Oh yes, a 13.
Next to your name.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, and I agree, right? Like an 18 is like, okay, it almost certainly makes it, but then it's good experience just to have because you'll definitely want to cast it again later.
All right.
Cool. So he does rip right the fiddleheads off, although it takes him his movement to get the rest of the way through because I think we said right it was something like that. Oh, what the heck? It didn't turn it green. That's disappointing. There we go. He'll spend double movement to like just stomp through this as it's like gripping him. So he'll get just 5 feet. There's still 5 feet of him stuck in it right now. He'll have to move again. And as he's walking, you can see this Levid. Go ahead and roll me a perception with advantage. You're gonna like this if you catch it. Uh-oh, what'd I break?
Oh no.
How'd I do that? What the heck?
That's the second 10 on advantage that I've had.
Oh my goodness.
That's rough, buddy.
Okay, weird. It's fixed. Okay. So with advantage, you do not catch this. So here's what happens because you don't know how, but you recognize he makes a move, and suddenly there is quite literally a boulder in his hand. And you're like, that shit was magic, but you don't know how or where. And he just like tosses it in between his fingers, right? And Luis Alex Armstrong punches it directly in through the your little setup here.
Oh no.
So we are going to treat this as a 4th edition style close blast 2. So it's gonna catch actually just these 2 here. So who's that? Is that Tartarus?
Which 2? I'm the one standing in front.
And myself.
And you, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna roll 2d20. They're each +7, so the roll, and then we'll add 7 to each. So a 25 to Tartarus and an 18. Oh no, sorry. Yes, that's correct. 25 to Tartarus and 18 to Levid.
Yeah, I think that hits.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Any responses when you either get hit, summoned up some kind of magic or anything? It's okay if not. I'm just
No reactions.
Okay. So we're looking at 18 damage each.
What?
How we doing?
That's a lot of damage.
Still up.
Levid?
Now I know how my players feel. I'm still up.
That's right. They paid me off. They betrayed you. Oh, what the heck? Why is it suddenly not showing these maps? Oh, is it because I'm minimizing it? Is that why it's having trouble? Okay. Yeah, so he just throws the rock, bang, right, and it just rains these rock pelts. And he roars once. Who, if any of you, speak giant? No? Nobody?
Nope.
Okay. You understand there is some it's words, right? It's not a lot of words, but there are definitely words that are leveled towards you that do not they don't, it doesn't make sense, right? They don't register. You have no idea. And we'll go right back. We'll swing it around. Popcorn initiative. So technically we started to run last time. So
Okay.
if you wanna fire it off again, you can, unless somebody has like an idea.
Nope. I'll bonus action Hunter's Market and then shoot it again.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh, that's a pretty
So-
good one.
Does that double all the dice rolled?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice, okay. So I have to roll the d6 manually. Okay, total of 16 damage.
Wow.
16. I mean, it's pretty good though, especially when you combine it with AJ's not letting him heal.
Yeah,
like
can't heal.
Yeah, you guys are really doing a pretty good job with him. Much better
And-
than I expected.
He's conjuring big old boulders, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
try
think
and have us a little bit less bunched up.
I don't think you rolled damage for the longbow. You just rolled like to hit again.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
Oh, you maximized it, didn't you, Josh?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, how does that work?
I think if you hit the word longbow, it'll roll damage for you.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, in chat.
Okay. Okay, so it's 12 damage. I'm sorry.
There.
12 damage total.
An additional 12 or just 12 total?
It was just 12 total. I
okay.
saw the attack roll and just thought it was the damage roll, and then I added the 2d6 to that. Good catch.
Cool. All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'm gonna like step forward and kind of like push Levitt behind me after seeing a giant boulder come flying in, and I'm gonna use a as I put my hand on his shoulder, I'm gonna say just step back and do a healing word on him.
Nice.
And use my action to go into a symbiotic entity. So
What's that look like?
I step forward and plant my feet, and like you guys have noticed that like I'm green dragonborn, and now you kind of notice that it's there's more to it than just the color of my scales, as like there's movement, and suddenly just like a cloud of just rips off of me and just starts swirling around of spores and vile nastiness.
Pretty bad case of dead.
So I gain 4 10 hit points. And I will roll a d4 for the healing word.
Nice.
Yep.
R slash or slash R? I always get it confused.
Slash R.
4. So 2 plus
what's
4. Or 2 plus 2. So 4 total.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
Yeah, fire off whoever wants next. I'm not putting us in a traditional initiative order right now.
I'm gonna pull my dagger back. So you see it vibrate from his body, and the right bracelet begins to glow, flies back to my hand. I sheath it, and as I start running northward, my left bracelet begins to glow, and you see a firebolt fly out. Because that dagger ain't doing it enough for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me turn off my infusions. And firebolt. Oops. Did I press the right thing? Yes. Nope.
So I will remind you that you do have inspiration.
Nah, it's cool. I'm gonna save it for a better moment, and I'm gonna run up.
Okay.
25 feet.
Nice. All right, what else we got?
Just keeping myself against the wall.
Sure. We got, I think just Bree and Tartarus to go.
Alright, I could go. Yeah, so I'll just use my longbow. I don't think anyone. I think the distance is big enough for me to like not hit my friends, right? To shoot from where I am.
Yeah. There's no like friendly fire like that.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. So I will just use my longbow to try and shoot him. And that's a 13.
Unfortunately, a 13 is not enough. It is close, but yeah.
It's okay.
So, and when I do that, I like to think like it hit. It's just he's got a thick old troll hide. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to get the muscles warming up.
All right, Tartarus, you ready to?
Yes, Tartarus is going to collect.
Sorry. Go ahead.
He's going to collect himself and use second wind.
Mm-hmm.
We gain 4 hit points because I rolled so well, and he's going to sprint forward and say, "That hurt, you big lumbering oaf," and then smack it in the face. Yeah. So I don't think that did.
No. You want to do anything about that?
Second win, and I'm going to smack him again.
There it is. It's coming back around. We're the whirlwind.
That's it.
Alright, cool. Yeah. And so he's like still getting himself out of the weeds a little bit, right? So I'll roll his strength to break away the last little bit. Oh, I don't think he does it. He's stuck, right? That's pretty good. So let's see what that means for him. So he's restrained. So restrained is specifically not listed. Cool. Oh wait, there we go. Speed 0, can't benefit from any bonus. Attack rolls have advantage, and it has disadvantage. Ooh, that's good for you guys.
Hey, I'm useful.
Right? Bree with the 5D play over here. Yeah, so he's stuck. His attacks have disadvantage. And you're attacking at range, right? Ouch.
Yep, 10 feet.
Okay. Yes, he does have reach as well. So he's just gonna 1-2 punch you. But they are with disadvantage. And not as effective as his rock throwing. So 1 for a 19 versus AC. Ooh.
Yep.
And another one for a 19, but it was not a crit. So
both hit.
yeah. Do you need them separated, or do you not have any like damage resistance or anything?
No.
Okay. So a total of 22 damage.
From the first hit or from both hit?
From both.
Puny human.
Oh, I am a down.
Yeah, he just fist, right? And he repeats the same word he said before. Nobody's still, you have no idea what it means, but it's definitely very important to him, whatever he's saying. Yeah, hitting twice with disadvantage ain't shit, especially when you're fighting the fighter. So he had a lucky round, that's for sure. We'll swing it back around. Does anyone want to go first, or are we passing it to Varun first?
Kervon will go, since he just saw his fighter friend go down.
Mm-hmm.
And Kervon's just gonna run up, sees that he's restrained for a second, and as he runs, he's just gonna yell at Tartarus, "Get up! I know you're better than this!" As a second level healing word.
Nice.
Which should be 2d4 or slash R 2d4 plus 2 for 6 points of health as a bonus action. And he's gonna draw out his he's gonna start off with his dragon breath and just he's gonna hit with a hand axe, swing his hand axe and try to bring it down on this creature.
Sure.
22 hit.
Yep.
Cool. So deal 4 damage, and then because I am in symbiotic entity, I get to do an extra d6. So we'll take that second roll there as 2 points of poison damage. So 6 points total.
6 points total, and 2 of it poison.
2 poison.
Okay. Yep. No resistances or anything, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's up?
I'll go.
Taking a cue from Krivon.
Nope, you're good.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna use healing word on Tartarus as well.
Yeah, keep that boy up.
Saying similar encouraging words. You can keep it up.
Please.
Healing word level 1. 5 healing. Again with the right hand, and then I'll shoot another firebolt at the big boy.
Nice.
As my action.
Damn, there it is.
Nice. What is that?
Wait, he's restrained. We have advantage on these attacks, right?
Yep.
Oh.
I forgot.
You want to roll to see if you crit?
Should I roll?
Yeah. I forgot. I apologize. Oh, still hit.
So.
Oh, same roll.
Yeah, you can do the same, AJ.
Cool. Thank you, dude.
Yep.
I don't.
Okay, but a hit.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and then Veron, you wanted to go?
So I'm gonna move to here. I think that's. I measured it before, but I want to make sure I'm 30 feet. Yeah. I'm gonna concentrate for Hunter's Mark. As a bonus action, I'm gonna use Planar Warrior on the troll. So next time I hit him, I do more damage. And then I will shoot him.
Nice.
And assuming 26 hits?
Yeah.
Alright, and then
Nice.
I do more.
Max
Oh,
damage.
shit. I didn't type it.
Old
Yeah,
school
you
fourth
do another
edition
d6.
An extra, so 20 damage
damn.
total, and it's all force.
Nice. It's a cool little build you got.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that is my turn.
Okay. Swinging it back around, we should have Bree and Tartarus.
That's good. Okay, so because I'm a swarm keeper, right? I actually have this ability which is gathered swarm.
Mhm.
So I magically attract a swarm of phase
Yes,
spirit.
breeze bees.
Yes, my bees. So they're tiny bees. They're all bees.
Mhm.
And then for one bonus action, I can agitate them for 1 minute. So I agitate them. More of like, let's do this together. The word agitate is so mean, but yeah. So I'll do one extra 1d6 force. And I'll be using my long bow, and the bees will just like fly along with the bows.
Nice.
Hopefully it hits. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm rolling with advantage. So.
Nice.
And then I'll just click here. Then I'll slash. Is it slash R 1d6?
Yep.
Slash
Oh, yeah.
space d6,
Oh,
yeah.
the one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit
It's the
the
one.
button there.
Okay, my bees are getting warmed up.
You said that went along with an attack, right? Oh, I missed it.
Yes.
Jeez, I apologize.
Yeah.
That's it threw me off. Yeah. Okay, so it was a hit and a total of 5 damage.
Yep, 5 damage.
Hey, damage is damage.
Yes.
Damage is damage.
Damage is damage. Put it on there. Cool.
Okay.
Oh,
Tartarus himself up with his glaive. And I'm gonna strike at his groin. You asshole! The nut.
Did you cut out on me? Oh, there we go.
Oh, I go for his. Yeah.
Go
I
for
think that
his.
hit. Groin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So with that, I'm also going to use a menacing attack to attempt to frighten it, so I can add a superiority die to my attack damage roll. So I'll just. Oh, that's 7. What my superiority? D8.
Okay. What's my save?
Okay, so you the troll needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That succeed.
Yeah.
So I guess not. Then I'm going to swing my weapon around and hit him with the other side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll roll this again.
Oh, and another one.
Okay,
Ooh.
nice. And then there's gonna be a D4 instead. So
Okay.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. This is really
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So you can see when
Um,
you after this round, these 2 assaults, this thing's like, starting to get a little wobbly, not quite staying up, right? It's struggling. You're close. You're close on it.
I believe it's its turn, right?
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if Tartarus.
I mean, we can all go again.
Well, I didn't know if Tartarus. I think you still have action surge, don't you?
No, I used it the other time and I
okay.
missed.
Okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Does it break free?
I also need to make a con saving throw.
Okay. What am I con saving?
Getting spot with spores.
Okay. seems like I'm okay.
Saves,
Oh,
but you
man.
still take half damage.
Oh shit. Okay.
Take two points of poison damage as I spit spores in its face.
Sorry, I did hear you say that. It just did not register.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It
So much dandruff.
This thing's like covered, got arrows all over it, right? It's been a flame. The force damage is beating the shit out of it. Tartarus beating the shit out of it, and it just like looks around, looks at you guys, looks at the house, and this is this we'll see how we go here. We're gonna disengage. We're gonna move back 15 feet into the grasses, and it just curls up into a ball.
Is it the ravenous bloodbiter beast of Troll?
I don't know. It passes its turn. What do you do?
I follow it a little bit and shoot it again.
Did you kill it with dandruff, please?
I don't trust its gains.
0 loss.
I think that keeps me within 30.
Sorry, when it leaves, I'm going to use my opportunity attack to smack it.
It disengaged.
It disengaged.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, disengage. Oh, damn it.
Unless you have a
we
way
don't
to
have-
get through that.
We don't have advantage anymore, right?
Currently no, because it's not trapped, but it will be soon.
Okay. I'm gonna use my planar warrior thing again. Concentrate Hunter's Mark. 19 to hit.
Yep.
Wow.
Sweet. And then I have extra dice to roll.
So planar warrior is just changing your damage type to force.
It adds a D8 or a
Okay.
D. Yeah, Hunter's Mark is a D6. Planar warrior adds a D8. And then changes all the damage from the attack to force.
Nice.
So 17 force damage.
Okay. Yeah, so I want you to narrate, like, this thing curls up. It can't take total defense because it doesn't have any more actions, but it's getting as close as it can to be, right? As it just stops. And you, like, overdraw on your bow, point blank range, to fuck this thing up.
So a third level ranger, I think it's reasonable to assume I know trolls can regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever happened here last night, something killed these farmers.
Mhm.
Trolls usually aren't good news.
Mhm.
What I'm worried it's doing is trying to get us to take pity on it for it long enough to heal up enough to then come back at us, and I do not want to give it that window.
Okay.
So, yeah, aim for its eye or whatever is showing, an eye or like its armpit, some kind of really vulnerable spot, and just sink an arrow.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you do, right? You put the arrow in through whatever, weak point you're looking for. It howls out in pain once, and as opposed to keeling over, right, or just sort of like slumping, the entire thing, it just gets all of these cracks, and it shatters into something. Tiny little pieces.
I'm gonna quickly, obviously only one action per turn, all that, so have another arrow knocked, but then look at everyone like, you guys seeing this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I try to catch one of the pieces out of the air
Okay, yeah,
and take a bite out of it.
it's
Oh,
salt.
God.
Please don't eat glass.
It tastes like salt?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mm. That's salty.
Not your best.
No, it's not my best.
I'm immediately gonna draw
Nah, man.
everything
You're
from
gonna what?
memory.
Oh yeah, you draw everything? Yeah. Okay. What I want everybody's reaction here as we right?
I think Bree is just shocked. And then I think she saw Kriron take a bite out of it. And does she see how initially when it shattered, it was in shards, is it? And then that's the thing that he grabbed, and he took a bite out of it. Does it disintegrate into salt, or is it still in its intact shard form.
Yeah, there's some chunks that are bigger than others. It looks like it's at this point, like it's a quickly deteriorating snowman made out of salt.
Wow. All right. I think Bree's just in shock mostly and far away from the action, so she just like walked towards it, like, what's going on? I think she thinks that they were retreating. It was like, no, you get back here. So yeah, but she didn't realize it kind of exploded.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, what else we got?
Josh is going to kneel down and lie face first on the ground and just nurse his wounds.
Yeah, you took the brunt of that fight.
You do that.
So Caravan's gonna slowly walk forward and investigate the central bit as all the shattered pieces are falling to the ground, and see if there's anything at the core of what might have caused this explosion.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, we've got. What is Levitt doing? And Veron, what are you doing? Oh.
I'm just drawing.
Yep. I apologize. I gotta step away. We're gonna end it in just a sec.
Just to put it in the chat, but you guys know any good jokes about chemistry?
Okay, so this is...
Nah.
I'm mad.
Nah.
You want to hear some of my other top tier jokes?
Magnesium oxide.
Sure.
What's the difference
Oh,
between a
let's
cat
go.
and a comma?
Cat and comma.
I know this one, but it's a good one. Go ahead, John.
A comma is a pause at the end of a clause, and a cat has claws at the end of its paws.
Aww. I like that. That was good. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't lame though. I think it was. That was a good one.
You guys want to know what I know? Everything I know about geometry?
Wait.
It's what you say when you turn into a tree. Gee, I'm a tree.
You make it so hard to love you sometimes.
I knew it the moment. Oh man.
It's okay. I'm a pun enthusiast myself. You should see how Josh gets very frustrated sometimes at the puns.
Oh no, I appreciate it.
Oh, Dave.
It's just,
Dave does not
You
like
do
it.
it so much that I
Puns
kind
are
of
the-
need to gauge how much.
Oh, did you?
Puns are
Did
the
you say-
lowest form of humor, but it's all I got.
Speaking of puns, back in college, I took a
Yeah,
writing
you can't-
class,
Mhm.
and it was all about puns. And like, you know, at the end of it, they're like, "All right, cool. Do something cool and unique with a pun." I'm like, all right, fine. I'm gonna make a theatrical piece. I'm gonna make a play on words.
It's a. I got it. Not bad. Not bad.
I'm done. That's my.
Yeah, when my players give puns, they always give so many puns, so I can't give them the same level of satisfaction each time. So if it's
Gotta
really
rank
good, then I have to be like, yeah, that's really good. Then if it's really bad, I have to be like,
Come on, bro.
and if it's okay, then I'll be like, I'll give you a haha.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's a
Really?
pun that my character has lined up for this campaign, but it hasn't been used yet because no one has asked me anything
Ooh.
yet. So it's still waiting.
I'm gonna have to start pounding you questions just
Yeah,
to get to.
Denise had to
I'm waiting for the opportunity. I don't want to force it.
Denise explained. She explained the pun to me, and I was like, "Yeah, I saw it."
Yeah, excited for that.
Ugh. So
Is it something with... Wait. No, I'm going to write it to you because I don't want to spoil it if I'm right. I don't think I'm right, but...
How does one write it?
Are you DB
You
Square? I'm sorry, what's your name on Discord?
Oh, Fufu Bears.
There it is.
Yeah, my surname is Fu, and therefore Fufu Bears.
But yeah, Dave really loves puns.
Oh,
Right,
no,
Dave?
No, I don't. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, he loves it so much.
It's so
It's punishment for him.
It's 12:22 a.m. and Simon caught a mouse, and,
Whoa.
and Jenny was dead asleep. So, yeah, Simon was a good boy tonight, but he was a little aggressive about it. So he had to do the whole thing. So okay.
Crime
sorry.
scene cleanup.
Yeah, sorry. It was a whole mess.
Do you keep a kill count for Simon?
Oh, he's a tiny little baby. This is literally 2 in 7 years.
Oh, okay.
I had to take care of the last one because he was useless.
How much experience does it have?
Probably 50. Probably 50 experience. So.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that. We had. This was it. This was the last one. I wanted. So everybody's kind of looking around. Everybody's taking stock of the situation. It's very weird. In the pile of salt that was once a troll, that all it wanted to do was talk to you, and you attacked first. You monsters.
This is true. I shot first.
There is a scale patterned green bag, right? It's like God, I don't like that at all. It's like a dice bag, right? It's a little pouch.
The Crown Royale bag.
Right? Yeah.
This but green.
That was yes, but like shiny metallic scale green. And
Wow.
So this but green.
yes.
Does it look like Krivon?
Might be. And it's sitting there glowing with magical properties.
Wow.
So
Touch.
Krivon's definitely gonna carefully pick it up. And as he's holding it, he's gonna start casting Detect Magic and gonna open up the pouch.
Before you finish Detect Magic.
Yeah. Let's make mistakes, Dave. Before I finish Detect Magic.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Is anyone stopping him? Or is everyone
If I can
encouraging
get to
him?
him quick enough.
I still have my symbiotic entity going though.
I mean, is everybody okay with this?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somehow simultaneously casting magic that takes 2 hands. He's holding a bag and opening it up because AJ needs to be the center of everything right now. And as you peel open the bag, right, hit its little clasp and open it up, the camera just, right, zooms in and goes way too far down, impossibly far down, and that's where we end.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's right.
Please tell me it's a bag of devouring and I'm just gonna get eaten.
It's a cliffhanger. The horse.
Nice.
It's a bag of attention holding.
All right, cool.